Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Glen Girls Empowerment. I am Camille Oneash Ismail, and
I am Latoya Ball. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, Tasha.
all right, so
Hi, Fidel.
share and invite. I'm gonna invite some folks to this call.
Happy birthday, Tash.
All right. Hey, Marlene. Hey, Keisha.
Hi,
Hey,
Peter.
Yasmin. I'm gonna invite, share and invite. Pardon us for being late tonight. So how are you all doing out there tonight? What's going on? Talk to me. Y'all know we love conversation here.
Yeah, we do.
We love conversation. Conversation. So share and invite this video. Tonight we're going to be talking about emotional. Hey, Calvin. Emotional maturity. We're going to continue from last week, and then next week will be on a different topic, right?
Right.
All right. So for those that are watching around the world, I want to say good evening to you. Those that are watching in Ghana, hey Vida. Those that are watching in Jamaica, good evening. Those my friends in Belize that are watching. All right, y'all ready? Latoya is ready tonight, y'all. She got some stuff, you know. And emotional maturity.
All right. So I wanted to start it off this week by reading this thing. It says, emotional maturity refers to your ability to understand and manage your emotions. Your emotional maturity is observed through your thoughts and behaviors. When you are faced with a difficult situation, your level of emotional maturity is one of the biggest factors in determining your ability to cope. So that's a whole mouthful. But we have to learn how to manage our emotions, and that's why we're continuing this topic. I think looking at society nowadays, we're seeing that there's a lot of mass murdering, and there it has to do with people not knowing how to transfer their anger into a positive light. They're making it getting the best of them, and they're taking others people's lives. So that's definitely something that we have to work on as a society, and just identifying those people that are going through emotional distress. What do you think?
I think that we should learn to channel our anger in one place. Maybe find out, hey, Minister Barbara, thanks for joining. Channel your anger in a place where, like maybe going to the gym, maybe going out to dinner with your friends, creating a different atmosphere for yourself helps you. Maybe going to see Kelvin to get some thought-filled therapy or, sound therapy, so that can help you as well. So you can be a better person, so you can center yourself, because what happens is that when we're not centered in ourselves, like I said last week, we're all over the place, we're discombobulated. So the key point of is to control your emotions, control how you feel, right, about the situation, because emotions is not heartfelt. Emotions is something that you feel at that moment, that it's intricate part. It's in the moment. So if somebody make me upset, it's that moment where I'm gonna say, Latoya, girl, you just, and I go off. It's in that moment that you get upset about that situation or that circumstance, and you just flip the script, as they say.
I know for me, if I get emotional, one of my way of transferring anger is to go to kickboxing class. That's a whole lot of anger you're taking out on that, on that thing there. But going there is just one way. Or sometimes I'll just go by the Connecticut River, and I'll just sit there and just let my thoughts flow, or I'll write it down. Just let just watch the water as it flows downstream, and it sort of helps to just clear your mind, clear that anger, and that's definitely one of the things, you know, we want to talk about, is just like how do you, you know,
Detox your mind.
detox your mind, you know, when you're going through emotional stuff. Because every day we all have that, you know, we have it at work, we have it at school, we have, you know, when you go out, you know, in your relationships, whether it be with your child, your mother, your father, your partner, you know, we all go through a level of emotional state, but it's how do we transfer, you know, what is it that we're feeling? And then emotional is not all bad, because I know,
No,
you know,
we have
since we
good
started,
emotions.
you know, and when you're happy, you'll make people happy. And when you're
True.
angry, you'll make other people angry. So you have to watch what you say, how you say it when you go around other people. You know, you cannot be the type of person that just lashes out just because you can.
But you know, sometimes what I realized lately is that we do not know when to speak. Sometimes we speak out of turn in conversations to each other, and we tend to hurt someone else's feelings, and we don't know how to apologize the right way. But when you're emotionally mature, you know how to come back to the next person and say, Latoya, I was wrong and I apologize for what I said, how I said it. Can you forgive me? But we have not learned how to channel those things. That's one thing that we got to learn to channel too as human beings, not just in relationship, you know, but in every area of our lives. We should learn to do that. Hey Tabari. Hey Lori, thanks for
Prince.
watching.
Yes, I do go to kickboxing class sometimes.
You know,
but I'm not that crazy.
so getting yourself emotionally prepared for that part of, you know, life, whether it be work or school or whatever it, or wherever it may be, you know. Uh-oh, I can't get my Instagram open. You know, so that's important that we do that. We channel our anger, our emotions into a place of freedom, being free with yourself. Some people are not comfortable with themselves.
You know, which takes me to people want to be liked.
Mm-hmm.
And there is this whole thing
Where the song said, do it for the love, and do it for the love.
No, people do it for the likes. No, seriously, especially social media.
Mm-hmm.
People stunt and front and however other words you can put towards it. People do it for social media. So they have this urge or this need to continuously keep up, you know, with the Joneses per se. You know, one of the things that came on the news recently is that like for example, Amazon, they're having like high returns because people are literally just buying things and just shipping it back, just to take some pictures and shipping it back. And then, you know, you want to think of, you know, what is that person's emotional state? You know, what is it that they're going through? What is it? Why do they have this detrimental need to be liked?
It's a need for it's internal, and so they're looking for that space where they could feel wanted as well and feel emotionally free. That's their way of expressing themselves, to say, okay, if I do my hair this way, social media is gonna like me. Opposed to just being your natural raw self.
But then you put on this big facade that people expect you to live every day, but it, you know, it doesn't happen. It's not gonna happen. And when people see you in the streets, that's when you're really good. Then that's how you get bullying, because people are gonna snap your picture and they're gonna post that like, hey, this is what she looks like on Instagram, but hey, this is what she really looks like in real life.
That's why it's good to keep your natural raw self, your true self, your true authentic self. Is important, because guess what? If I go outside and I wear a fro today and tomorrow I decide I'm going to do straight, that's just how some women are. But then you have some women who are just natural at their thing. I like to change up my hairstyle. Now I'm trying to just keep the image because of the brand for a while, so that, you know, people get used to it. And then after a while, I could change my hairstyle. Lisa Nichols and all those women, they keep their style almost the same color and the same way. Oprah Winfrey, notice, it's either her hair is down or it's in a ponytail. Why? Because that's her image. So you don't have to change who you are to be what someone wants you to be. Just be your authentic self. Hi, Pastor Birmingham.
But I feel like people don't know how to be themselves anymore. Like, do they even have a sense of identity anymore with this type of society? You know,
because we want to fit in, like you said. We want to be accepted. So we tend to say, okay, I'm going to get some Gucci bags because I saw Latoya in some Gucci bags, or I saw Beyonce with a Gucci belt. So we want to be in that limelight, so to speak. We want to be, and that comes when you're mature on the inside, when you're not mature. That comes when you're not certain about who you are. That's called identity theft, if you ask me.
Identity crisis.
Crisis, theft, whichever way you want to call it. Because for me, right, if you look at women now, my age, most women my age now, they're trying to get breast implant, get their tummy tuck, and get their boomsie, as they call it in Trinidad, trying to get their boomsie, expanded. Why? Because they're not emotionally mature. So you find that they've lost their self-esteem, they've lost their character, their dignity, and everything. They lowered all of that just to fit in. It's like being with a man, and the man tell you, oh, you're beautiful, but you're not as beautiful as the girl that I want. Say what?
Not as pretty as the girl I used to date.
Or the girl I used to date. You know what I'm saying? Instagram, believe in double deuces. So you gotta be able to discern, the kind of people that you surround yourself with, as well as accept you. Love yourself. I'm beautiful just the way I am.
Yep. And that's, self-love is important, and a lot of people don't have that, because we look in the mirror every day just to be presentable, but do we actually look in the mirror? And,
let me ask you a question. How do you look in the mirror?
You know what? Hi, Pastor. You taught me how to do this, right? But, I went through a phase at one point where I just felt like I wasn't pretty enough, quite honestly. I felt like I wasn't there. Like, I wasn't sure who I was after a while. And then Pastor said to me, she's like, do you know who you are as a person? Who are you? Don't you know that you are beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she said, do you look in the mirror?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something else.
All right. So let's get, where's the mirror? Where is it?
She went for a minute. Where's the mirror?
Where is the mirror? Let's get practical.
Hey.
Yes. Now, welcome to Glam Girls, and this is me, okay? So
hold on. Let me say what Prince said. Prince said, that's true. Everyone want to be like someone, It's like, I don't know, man. As you say, low self-esteem.
So here's the mirror. Now, we're going to look. She's looking in the mirror, and while she's looking, what is she seeing? What is she seeing? She's seeing her lips. She's seeing her eyes. Latoya, talk about what you're seeing. I'm going to get something else.
No, just on the outside, I'm seeing me. I'm looking at him, just seeing me. Okay, I look presentable. I think I can step outside. But then when we're really looking at ourselves, what is she getting at?
That's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. We put on a mask. You know what I'm saying? We put on a mask, and then we do that. And we look in the mirror and say, girl.
Ooh, I look like Beyonce today.
Yes. And there, that's where the problem comes in. That's where the problem comes in. Because we don't see ourselves. We don't love ourselves.
Oh, hold up. Wait a second, guys.
We don't love ourselves. So we put on this mask and say, oh, you know what? I'm beautiful. No, stop lying to yourself. Be true to you. Take the mask off.
Put it down.
Put it down.
You're just loving
Accept yourself Hi, Sean. Accept. You can tell I'm Jamaican. Accept yourself for who you are. Don't put this mask over your face. You know what I'm saying? And then you got all these emotional scars you're wearing. You got abuse, rape, molestation, low self-esteem. Your heart is torn from broken relationships, and this is how you are every single day. And then you take that mirror, Latoya. You know, you look in the mirror and you put the mask on, and you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself that, oh, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? No, open up your mouth and begin to express that demon. Talk about that thing. Say, you know what? I feel like Latoya said, she just went and said, I don't think I'm beautiful enough.
And then that's the thing. It's like it starts with acceptance. You know, when you can identify what your problem is, then that's the only way you can, you know,
emotionally grow.
You can start by, you know, addressing what it is, find out what your triggers are, and then, you know, coming up with some form of solution as to how to overcome it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's is important. That's where it starts for each and every one of us. We need to identify what our triggers are, because if we don't know what our triggers are or what gets us into that emotional state, there is no way someone else can assist us with it. Even if someone points it out to us, if we don't accept it within ourselves, you know who you are within yourself, then you'll never see it.
You got to pay attention. Leaving in Instagram, you got to pay attention to the mask that you're wearing. It's so easy for you to, because if you notice, it's just the eyes that are open on the mask, and we tend to just see here. We don't see everywhere. And like I always say, if you're in the picture, how can you see the frame? You can't see it because you're inside. So a lot of times we don't see our emotional scars. So we don't see that we're immature in conversation. We don't pay attention to the words we use to each other and how we speak to each other and how we embrace each other. So we because we're wounded. Every day I hear it. Every day I hear it. I hear it. Hurt people, right? And if you can't show me love, right? Because God is love. And if you can't show me love in spite of my faults, then you got a mask on. Hey, I think I kind of like this.
I see.
Because at one point in my life growing up, I was bullied. And I tell you all that before. I was bullied because of my teeth, right? And I was bullied because of my forehead. And now I'm an adult. People say, oh, your forehead is so big. And I said, girl, it is so beautiful. You know why? It took me a long time to get over that. It took me a while to wear my hair the way how you see I'm wearing my hair tonight, because I was bullied as a child growing up. I felt insecure being so thin because people used to bully me and say, you're so skinny. My aunt and them used to call me string beans. Auntie, if you're watching, guess what? I love this string bean right about now. You know? So now that I'm older, and people say now, they say to me, oh, girl, I wish I could maintain my weight and look like you. I said, baby, it ain't nothing but a word. It ain't nothing but eating right and being healthy. You know, that's all it is. Pastor Birmingham says some people have different mental issues that are never diagnosed. Hey, Marlene. She also said, we need to look at ourselves in the mirror and appreciate your eyes on your face. Appreciate your nose, your cheeks, appreciate every inch of you. That is so valid. It's important that we must appreciate. I appreciate what God made and what He created. I think I'm fine.
I think I am fine.
Ain't nothing broken. I still need some fixing. But ain't nothing broken. I'm whole because He said I'm whole. You know, so tonight we just want to encourage you women, men, everyone out there that, you know, emotionally, hey, everybody on Instagram, y'all just love me, huh? And let's say I have her Facebook right slapped in my face. Like,
I'm sorry.
You know, so
lightedness.
When you accept yourself, you grow up, you mature. So then when persons say something, I'm sensitive about my talent and my gift. If you tell me that I can't sing, I get offended because that's my gift. right? And it makes room for me. So if you do that to me, I'm offended by that. But anything else talk about my body, my forehead, girl, bye. I am just in love with myself. So that's something that I need to work on. So tonight we want to encourage you. I see Latoya got some notes over there.
Yeah, I got a few notes. No, it's a bit of what we spoke about last week, and again I've identified avoiding your triggers, and knowing who
Hi,
you are,
John.
learning who you are, and the other thing is listening to others as well.
That's important.
When you listen, again I said this last week, we hear people, but we don't listen, and we don't understand. A lot of people don't know. Hearing something and listening to something is two different things. Hearing, it comes in here, it goes through here. Listening, it actually lodge in your brain.
Never forget it.
It's there.
Takes residence. It's like a house that's unmovable, right? Like a concrete in the basement. That's what listening is. So tonight, I encourage you, in order for you to become emotionally mature, pay attention to your triggers. Pay attention to the things that so easily beset you as a person. And then create strategies on how to overcome those triggers. Because in life, we all have emotions. And we all have those emotions that get out of control sometimes, right? But if we learn how to manage them properly, right? How would you, let me do this. I went over 1 minute, but how would you what point would you give someone tonight, Latoya, on how to manage their emotions?
First thing, you need to learn how to have fruitful conversations. People say you talk to yourself. You need no, seriously. You need you need to talk to yourself. Give yourself pep talks. Again, go back to the mirror, look at it and say, "Hey, I am beautiful today." Not just beautiful on the outside, but within. I am beautiful. I have a good soul. I have a good heart. I'm working on my spirituality. I'm working on conversing with people. And start there.
And when you look in the mirror, not only are you accepting your inner man, but you want to also accept where you're at that moment.
Yes.
So if you're not at point C, don't rush yourself. Pace yourself to get to point C.
Because we all can't get there at the same rate. Yeah. So Taya said, so true. Oftentimes we listen to respond without carefully letting what the person they really sink in. That is true, because then that goes back to, we're listening to what we want to hear. And it's here. We're just picking up on the point that resonates with us, and not really fully getting what that other person, grasping what the other person is saying. So that's a good point, Taya. We're not letting it sink in before we respond. And then when we respond, that's where, miscommunication comes in, because the other person says, what that me did say?
And then
me never did say
that. Another me did say.
Another me did mean.
And there goes a riot. There goes the outburst that we spoke about when we first began in our first talk. So you can go back and take a look at that, where we spoke about why women verbally abuse men. And that came out because we lash out because we're not listening. The word of God says we have ears to hear, but we're not hearing. Right? And it's important that we pay attention to, hey, Orlando, you got to be able to listen carefully to what someone else is saying. And while we're on this live, people are watching us from Instagram, Facebook. For those on Instagram, thank you so much for watching. We are the Glam Girls Empowerment, and we empower everyone to just reach for the best version of yourself, right? And we as especially women, because I'm getting
I
ready
see you, Taya.
to do a round table the first week of December, where I'm going to get like two other women together with our two women and Latoya and Shauna, and we're going to talk about the issues that women have of fixing each other's crown. So it's going to be a round table talk where women could express themselves. So that's gonna be a longer conversation, y'all. So y'all get ready for that. It's gonna be juicy. I know the women got a lot to say about, what they want to say about it, of fixing each other crown. Why we can't work together, get together, and be in unity for long. We'll get along for a little while, but after a while, it's like I gotta go. I'm sick of her. I gotta go. I'm tired of her. I don't want to see her face. I don't feel like it. I don't want to be bothered.
I was having a discussion last week with a male, and he said females are usually what he looks. He looks at females to see how she interacts with a female, because he feels that females tears down each other way more than how a male would. It's like he's almost said that's where he learns it from, and that's like that's a whole different conversation. But hey,
jeez, man, y'all is something else. So men, I guess the men are paying attention on how emotionally mature women are, because and that goes back to remember when we had that second talk with Shauna when we were talking about what a man expects in a relationship. That could throw right in there when we said men expect respect. That's another thing. Learn to just respect another woman too, so he could respect you. Because if you don't respect your mother, your sister, and your colleagues and your friends, that man is going to look at you like, you out of timing, Oh, see, Orlando said, yeah, thumbs up. He said, yeah, that hit the nail right there, right? I bet it did, yeah. So, emotional maturity is when accepting where you're at, accept your true, authentic self,
right?
Believe that your learned behaviors that you had for so long, learn to break them.
We have to break tradition.
Yeah,
break
and religion.
cycles. Religion too. That's something else. We have to learn how to do that. So, we're coming up to our 30 minutes, but I just want to go over again what are the characteristics of emotional maturity, some of the things that we discussed last week. So one is understanding that everyone is unique and not expecting that everyone is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we understand that we all have our own ideas, our own plans, or our own futures. Well, we can identify with everyone, and we lessen conflicts that way.
Right.
Now, the other thing is that it's to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to observe. Shut your mouth. Listen more.
And more
talk less.
Be quiet. Study to show yourself. Pastor Birmingham with this. Study to show yourself quiet.
Quiet. Right. So, and again, avoid having trigger words. Mm-hmm. Avoid it. I am working on that personally. Avoid having trigger words. And then the other thing is learning from your mistakes and understand that other people do make mistakes as well. Right. We need to learn that as well. Always want to have fruitful conversation. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Step aside, walk away from it. Excuse yourself. Always do that. Always be grateful. Stop complaining. Oh, I don't have. And this is the other thing. People don't think the law of attraction. If you can, there's an audio book on it. If you can go on YouTube and listen to that, the law of attraction. You are what you think. You are what you say.
Whatever you are think what is what you do.
Expect. That is what society throws at you. The law of attraction. So if you get up every day, why am I broke? I not have no way. I can't reach no way. What you think is gonna happen? Because that's what you're claiming on yourself.
In the power of the tongue.
Yes, the power of the tongue.
And they that love it will eat the fruit thereof. So your fruitfulness comes from the conversations that you have with yourself that helps you.
You should read this.
That helps you to grow more.
Sorry, I threw her off.
All right. So, and the fruit of your tongue, this thing is deadly. It cuts like a knife if you use it in the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
But if you use it in the right way, in love, it will help the next person, right, to get to the next level. But what do? We choose to use our old ways to break down. And when you break down the next person who ain't even thinking of nothing of you, who ain't worried about you, they go on and about their busy lives and doing what they gotta do. And here you are all concerned because emotionally you are like paper. You're distressed. You're torn. So work on those things. Latoya have a few scriptures that she wants me to read. I don't know why she don't read them, but let's go. Okay. 1 Corinthians 13:11 says, when I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. So, like we said, the old things, that the learned behaviors, right? That's what we call them in our psychology classes. Learned behaviors are things that you learned what grandma did, your great grandma did, your auntie did, your cousin did, your friends did. So those are learned behaviors. You adapt to those. So they're attached to you. So you got to learn to strip yourself from those by creating strategic ways. So whether it's getting little notepads and writing on them and say, let me stick them all over the house, to create positive thoughts, which now becomes the law of attraction. And then you speak those things into your life every single day.
Every day.
Which in turns, bring about the best character in you. And your character will make space. In Jamaica, we say, man has carried through the world without a sense. Which says, for those who are watching across the world that doesn't understand what I just said, I said manners brings you or takes you through the world without money. Does that make sense? All right. The next scripture is Romans 5, verse 3-4. More than that, we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. So if you strip yourself of those nasty behaviors and begin to do the fruitful ones that Latoya gave you, which is, learning to have gratitude, which is the main one, just getting up and saying,
having compassion for others.
Thank you for the rain that's falling outside. That's gratefulness.
In the mornings when I get up, the first thing I say, I thank the Lord for waking me up, and I ask for a positive day.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my first two. Thanking the Lord for waking me up and asking him for a positive day. And then everything else comes after that.
Everything else comes after. I have a thank you journal by my bedside. And as I rise, I draw from my journal and my pen. Because why? Once you're thankful, once you're thankful for the day, for that moment, I guarantee you that the rest of your day will be fruitful.
You have to be thankful because, what I've learned, for me this summer is that you can be here today and be gone tomorrow. That's right. You can be here right now in this moment and walk out, and that's it. And that's something I definitely learned this summer. Like, you don't take life for granted. You don't take people for granted. Don't take
anyone for granted.
And things that brings you negativity constantly, you need to eradicate it because life is too short. It is
life is not short.
Well, not to say it's too short, but
you know what's short? The way how we carry ourselves is short. Because we shortchange ourselves. So we don't get to live long because we shortchange ourselves.
We don't get to live in the moment.
In the moment. Yes. Because our mind is so shut into that nasty
into that whole situation.
Yep.
Yes.
We're shut into that thing. We're shut into this mask. We're shut into not mirroring ourselves, that we just can't live because we're in that dark hole, that Sheol,
but
all the time.
Consider this. We all get 24 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then someone might, just pisses us off.
Mm-hmm.
And that probably was like a 10-second conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine how we allow a 10-second conversation to ruin a whole 24 hours?
24 hours.
Like, a whole 24 hours. Pastor says she has a preaching assignment for us. Good stuff. What did we say?
I'm silent at this moment. So you look at it. 24 hours in a day, and we allow what somebody say for a quick second affect us.
Yes,
that's a sermon.
No, we literally made, and if we break it down in seconds too, oh my gosh, I can't remember how many seconds is in 24 hours.
It's less than 2 seconds or a second that someone can get you mad. And I forgot how many muscles they say that comes up in your body that gets you angry. That energy that you use to get angry to allow you to just totally mess up your entire day. Everything. Your conversation with the next person on your lunch break at the lunchroom. You just have a nasty attitude. You're not whole.
We can't allow people to give people that kind of power over us.
Right now,
well, we're preaching to each other. Now, we can't allow people to have that power over us. At all. We have to learn that we have to grow. Growth is a thing, because again, last week we said it. We grow biologically every single year. Every year we get that birthday. We get a birthday cake. We celebrate. Some people don't celebrate, but we grow biologically, but a lot of us don't grow emotionally. We don't grow internally. You can't see anything. You have 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds still acting like a child. Like they're not.
You don't love me. Oh yes, I do love you. Oh no, you don't love me. What is wrong with you?
Love yourself.
And loving yourself requires that you take the mask off. It requires that you mirror yourself. It requires that every single day you get up, you are grateful for the moment that you're living in, the air you breathe, the breath that you let out of your mouth. You are grateful for that thing. You're grateful for your eyes to behold the sun ray. Okay? You're grateful for just being able to pick up the phone and say, hey girl, how you doing? You're grateful to be on top of the earth one more time.
You know what I learned? Have you ever had a strep throat?
Yep.
How much do you appreciate
my
swallowing after?
And swallowing.
Now, how much do you appreciate
For me,
swallowing?
I don't like being sick.
After.
So I know the feeling. Whenever I'm sick and my throat, I can't talk and I have a strep throat or anything, I feel miserable. Because if I hear a song on the radio and I want to hum or something, I can't. It's the most uncomfortable feeling. And that's how, when you are not emotionally grown, that's how you should feel. Uncomfortable. Because your uncomfortability should push you to the next level, which is your success. We went over tonight.
We went over, yeah. But and another thing, too many people are too comfortable in their situation.
Yeah.
We all need to understand that this is just a phase. It is just a passing to grow. To grow, we need to learn how to
60
grow.
seconds is 1 minute. 60 minutes is 1 hour. So in 60 seconds, someone say, hey girl, you know say your forehead big. Hello, hey girl, you know your forehead is big. And you're offended. And that 60 seconds, just those words, hey girl, your forehead is big. Those 6 words affect you to the point where You literally,
Hi, Dre.
your 24 hours is a mess.
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
Because of what? Because of a 6-second conversation.
360 seconds is 1 hour. Thank you, Pastor Birmingham, for the math.
Thanks, Pastor.
So tonight, young people, old people, in between people, senior citizens around the world, live with passion. Love yourself. Take the mask off. Be you. And join us here again next Monday at 8 p.m. for a fresh new topic. And we are the Glam Empowerment Talk.
Hi. Well, thanks for joining. As Camille said, we enjoy doing this every Monday, and it's something that we want to continue. And it's not, even though we say Glam Girls, it's not just a female talk. It is just everyone on a whole. So invite your friends, invite your family, stay tuned, like, share, everything. We're trying to make it big and to reach as much people as we can. Someone asked me this weekend, is you the girl that I saw with Camille? Like, yeah. But yeah, we're trying to make it, and we're trying to reach the mass and just share some love, some positivity, and knowing that their voices. You can reach out to. Hi. You can reach out to either of us at any point in time. We'll be happy to conversate with you.
Beauty.
We just want to share love all around.
Yeah. So, as Latoya said, 3,600 seconds in 1 hour, right? So live with passion every single day. And do remember to join us on December 15th at 1336 Main Street in Hartford, where we will be going back out to feed the homeless. The 15th.
Okay.
The 15th. We'll be going back out to feed the homeless. We enjoy helping the community and helping those that are in need. If you would like to participate in doing that, you can reach out to me or Latoya or Shauna. Shauna is absent tonight. Again, you guys. She's not feeling well. So, shout out to you, Shauna, for watching and supporting. And for those that, again, if you want to participate in donating socks or toothpaste or toothbrush, you feel free to do so. You can inbox Latoya on Facebook or myself, and we will definitely drive by, grab them from you. We appreciate it. You can mail them to us. You can inbox me for our church address, and we will gladly, take the donations because we give them back out to the community, right?
It all goes there.
It all goes out. So we're grateful for the support, the love, and the communication. And let me read the scripture one more time. It says, Romans 5:3 and verse 4 says, more than that, we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. Okay? So just remember that. Romans chapter 3.
No, chapter 5 verses
sorry.
3 to 4.
Right? So your character is important. It's very, very important. Please like and share. Hey, Auntie Barbara. Yes. Yes. Hola. I'm glad you're feeling better. So don't just speak, but act. So your hope is your faith. Is taking action to do better. You guys have a great and wonderful week, and we will see you again next Monday at 8 p.m. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in, Facebook.